Dealing with inadequate or non-existent head or tail handles. If you try to extend a transition for a clip that does not have enough frames as a handle, the transition still appears but has diagonal warning bars through it. This means Premiere Pro is using a freeze frame to extend the duration of the clip. The last available frame is held on screen to complete the transition effect. You can adjust the duration and position of the transition to resolve the issue. Open the sequence called Handles. Locate the edit between the two clips. These two sequence clips have no heads or tails. You can tell this immediately because of the little triangles in the corners of the clips. A triangle indicates the first or last frame of the original clip. Select the Ripple Edit tool in the Tools panel and use it to drag the right edge of the first clip to the left. Begin dragging just to the left of the cut between the two clips. Drag to shorten the duration of the first clip to about 1:10. A tool tip appears while you trim to show the new clip duration. The clip to the right of the edit point ripples left to close the gap. Notice that the little triangles at the end, the right edge, of the video and audio clips you just trimmed are no longer present. Drag the cross-dissolve transition effect from the effects panel onto the edit point between the two clips. You will discover that you can drag the transition onto the right side of the edit but not the left. That's because there is no handle available at the beginning of the second clip to create a dissolve that overlaps the end of the first clip without using freeze frames. Press the V key to select the selection tool, or click the Select tool in the Tools panel. In the Timeline panel, click the Cross Dissolve Transition Effect icon once to select it. You may need to zoom in to make it easier to select the transition. In the Effect Controls panel, set the duration of the effect to 1:12. The clip handle is not long enough to create this effect. The diagonal lines on the transition, both in the Effect Controls panel and in the Timeline panel, indicate Premiere Pro automatically added a freeze frame to fill the duration you set. Play the transition to see the result. In the Effect Controls panel, change the alignment of the transition to center at cut. Drag the Timeline panel playhead slowly through the transition and watch the result. For the first half of the transition, up to the edit point, the B clip is a freeze frame while the A clip continues to play. At the edit point, the A clip and the B clip starts to play. After the edit, a short freeze frame is used. There are several ways to fix this kind of issue. You can change the duration or timing of the transition effect. You can drag the edit in the Timeline panel using the Rolling Edit tool, accessible by pressing and holding the Ripple Edit tool in the Tools panel, to change the timing of the transition in the Timeline panel. Be sure to drag the edit between the clips and not the transition effect icon. This won't necessarily remove all the freeze frames, but it may improve the overall result. You can drag one side of the edit in the Timeline panel using the Ripple Edit tool to shorten a clip, increasing the length of the handle. Again, be sure to click the edit between the clips and not the effect icon. You'll learn more about the Rolling Edit and Ripple Edit tools in Lesson 8. For now, make sure you have the selection tool selected.